All right. Department of Transportation Engineering Program. Chapter 2 Responsibilities. Office of Secretary of Defense of the U.S. Transportation Command, the U.S. Under the Secretary of Defense, Acquisition, Technology, and Logistics, establish general policy governing the development, execution of the Department of Transportation, Department of Defense Transportation Engineering programs. The commander of the Transcom is designated representative identified with the Department of Defense Transportation Engineering interest of the civilian transportation program, ensure the coordination of civil transportation agency industry, represent the Department of Defense in negotiations discussing civil transportation agency industry common user transportation engineering matters, identify the Department of Defense component coordinated with the transportation engineering interests of the common use of the Department of Defense transportation systems construction modification program, provide oversight of the Department of Defense transportation engineering program to indicate the highway, the road ports, the national defense, analyze other common users of the defense important infrastructure, inter-module facilities, modern module legislative process to ensure the Department of Defense engineering interests that include protected, identify, evaluate the common use of defective, important module facilities, assess the capability to meet the defense transportation engineering needs, ensure that the Department of Defense coordinate with the transportation engineering interests are defined in the defensive common user transportation construction modification programs. Evaluate the impact of the defensive transportation system engineering improvement, next new technology, and the defensive movement capabilities of the develop the computer software and automated systems to support the Department of Defense transportation deployment engineering requirements, support the Department of Defense components of developing transportation engineering technique process, the enhancing force projection capabilities, the support of the Department of Defense in developing state-of-the-art transportation deployment engineering models and simulation software, promoting the use of the Army National Standards Institute and International Standard Organization criteria for the transportation in the process. The Second Army will, 1. Ensure that the effective, efficient, and safe transportation engineering technique standards are incorporated with the Department of Defense installation, activity, transportation process, and equipment facility. 2. Promote the incorporation and appropriate the federal standards into the design and construction of the Department of Defense component of the highway facilities is directed by the Department of Defense Instruction, DOD Instruction 6055.4. Promoted the efficiency, effective of the DOD components of the intermodal transportation techniques and containerization through the design, construction, new modified installation activity transportation equipment provided by the Department of Defense components of the transportation engineering services identified evaluated installation transportation engineering needs on the requested basis of the allowed the evaluated impact of the installation activities and structures change with the modification of the Department of Defense component of deployment mobilization capabilities is requested basis on the CDRS which will be the assistant will the assist the commander with the military traffic management control defining on the installation service transportation engineering requirements of the prior to the Department of Defense. The CDR Transcom, the commander of the Transcom, has designed command of the military traffic management control, acts as a similar management of military land, including the common use of the ocean terminals, managing the DoD highways, railways, ports, and the National Defense Department Directive Directory, or 4510.11 to ensure the needs of the integrated with the Department of Defense civil transportation as required advocate incorporation of state federal law standards and planning of the design of the new Department of Defense transportation equipment and facilities, act as the primary Department of Defense for the other governor industrial academia organization in all matters related to defensive training and energy matters as restored to permit the conducting the transportation engineering studies deployment engineering analysis of the node segments the common user portions of the DTS is in support of the Department of Transportation, develop the computer model situations to support the defense transportation engineering objects of the highway railroads ports and national defense programs of transportation infrastructure force and development and analysis for the DTS. Secretary of the Army has designated the commander of the Military Traffic Management Command, provided by the DoD component of the Transportation Engineering Consulting Services on the installation, installation and the transportation deployable engineering needs as is so requested basis the resource allows. Service also includes but not limited to roadway traffic engineering, planning and the traffic safety studies, installation facilities, engineering analysis and mobilization evaluations, marine port and intermodule infrastructure evaluations, other transportation engineering consultations, engineering of the DoD interested to consider developing prioritization funding of the military installation transportation engineering programs, ensuring the degree of the particular Department of Defense installation transportation engineering practices comply with the approved state and federal laws. Department of Defense component within incorporate the effective, efficient, safe transportation engineering technique standard for the installation, activity, transportation process, equipment, facilities. Support the Department of Defense engineering program and planning program budget and renewing the improved facilities to include defensive access road needs and install roads and the parking, defensive essential road lines who serve threatened intermodule facilities deployed, related needs, and other transportation engineering requirements. Coordinate with the Department of Defense before modifying, building any major common user defense transportation systems made. They affect the movement, the capability of the mission of another or the Department of Defense component. Coordinate with the commander of the U.S. Transcom with the design of regarding with the common user transportation issued in the Department of Defective 451011. Coordinate with the commander of military traffic management control design regarding installation traffic and engineering needs of deploying engineering issues, informing the military management traffic control commander. Further change the new installation activities in marine ports that have significant impact on common user and transportation deployable engineering capability of their own traffic safety conditions. Solicit reviews of the forward request transportation engineering consulting services, including the defense of public highway needs, the defense of access roads, installation, highway safety, traffic and engineering deployment, engineering analysis, installation deployment related to the Commander Military Traffic Management Control 720 Thimble, Shoals Boulevard, Newport News, VAA 23606 4537. Ensure that subordinate activities adhere to the regulations related to the emergency of the public highways, permits the oversight over the way, movements of man over the road, maneuver over the roads of the Directive Department of Defense Regulations 4500.9R Part 3 on program of the budget transportation engineering inspection for the military construction program plan for those projects that fall within the highway, railway, national defense programs. Chapter 3 Highway National Defense.